Today we're going to accompany yesterday's video on the 4-hour workday, and we're going to show you how to start a side hustle in 1 to 2 hours a day. If you work a 9 to 5 and you don't have a lot of time, or you don't want to spend a lot of time on content, email marketing, or any of the nice to haves when it comes to starting a business. First, let's talk about the 4-hour workday levers. So this might be something that you work up to, and whether you're a writer, a video person like for YouTube, or even an artist. So the levers are going to be your email list, your content that you create, your offer, outreach, learning, and systemization. I put work there because if you have a job or if you work with clients, that's going to be part of your levers. I want to make that as simple as possible because for me, I'm a developer and the main thing I do is code. But I get minimal as much done as I can in a 2-hour block, and then I focus on the rest. Take inspiration from it. I'm not an expert. I'm just showing you what I am doing and how it's working for me. The reason I do email is because people that have subscribed to your email list are more likely to want to hear more from you, and you're not competing with other people on social media. And half the time your content's never being shown, might be shown to 1 to 10% of your audience. So emails where it's at if you want to build an audience. So content I'll write, what I'm working on is a daily video just like this. So I'll record a video like this, or I'll write a script. Today I didn't write a script, I'm just freestyling off the top of my head. But usually I'll write a script and then I'll record, edit the video, take the transcript from the video, edit that into something that I would post, like a long or medium form post, or several posts, depending on the topics I'm talking about. And then I'll repurpose it. So I can post this to YouTube. I'll take the transcript and post it to X and LinkedIn. Your offer, you want to build minimal offers. So no more than 30 minutes to an hour. You want to build an offer based on outreach. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then you want to test that offer through your CTAs, through mini coaching sessions, like 30-minute sessions where you jump on calls and help someone to get their desired result, depending on whatever it is that you're good at and that you're delivering. And you can also test with lead magnets. So something you can write up in one page, host it on Gumroad, and then share it in a link on your bio and call to actions in your content. Next is outreach. That's probably the most important one for a beginner starting a business. You want to reach out to people and see what they're struggling with and try to help them get down to the nitty-gritty of how they're struggling and bridge the gap from where they're at now to where they want to be with your specific knowledge. So that's going to be daily, Monday through Friday, at least 30 minutes. Sometimes up to 60-minute calls. You can do 20, 30-minute calls if you get burnt out from calls. And then sending 5 to 10 DMs a day. And these aren't cold DMs and really cringy, hey, how are you? Or buy my offer, or I'll make you all this money in 2 days or something. Don't send stuff like that because it's really cringy. And half the time when I get that stuff, I just delete and block that person because I don't want to be pitch slapped all the time. But when I say 5 to 10 DMs, they're more warm outreach. So people that you already know that have already followed you, you follow each other, and you can just strike up a conversation, get to know what they're dealing with, be genuinely interested in the person and someone you can help, and then let the conversations manifest, take it to a call, or give them something free, like your lead magnet, your offer, or offer to walk them through the process of getting from their current state to where they want to get to. Solve one specific problem because it makes things easier and it opens up the door for other opportunities to work with them or someone that they can refer you to. And then learning and systemization, I like to save this for the end or the weekends because these are supporting levers. Learning, obviously, you want to learn more about your business, about your craft, and how to market better. Obviously, you want to continue expanding your mind with high quality information, not social media information. So I like to do things like courses that I've picked up from creators that I want to be like, or thought leaders that I want to learn from, books, and even like someone else's email list or articles that they write. So consume from high quality sources, and make note of the things that stand out to you. And anything that captures your attention is viable content, and it's a signal that it has got you interested in what that is, and could lead to an offer. Systemize. You don't want your digital files to look like a mess and just have junk spread everywhere. So make sure at least once a week you're systemizing your processes, cleaning things up, reviewing your notes to make sure they're not just getting lost and cluttered all over your desk. Your bookmarks, subscriptions, tech stack, try to keep things as lean as possible. That's my recommendation, because the more you have to manage. It's an overhead tax, something that Cal Newport talks about. Let's move on to an example week. This is what mine would look like. I've tried doing the same thing every day. You could do that. It simplifies things. But for me, I tend to week get like, how do you say it? Burnt out from doing the same things over and over. So I like to rotate it. So I'll rotate each one of these levers, at least these main 5, to keep things fresh in my mind. And let me start over. 1 and 2, I usually spend 90 minutes to 2 hours on those in my mornings as deep work blocks with no distractions, so that I can get my most important stuff done. And then 3 and 4 are supporting focus blocks, anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes to work on other things if I have time for them. These are totally optional, but they're there if you need them and if you have time and energy. But for me, 1 and 2 are non-negotiables, because that's what I have to get done to feel like my day has been successful. And if I only spent my day on 1 and 2 and I didn't get to 3 and 4 and I just called it a day, hung out with my family, that'd be totally fine. That's a win. If you can focus on 1 and 2, you'll probably get 8 hours of work done in far less, because you're strictly focused. You're not checking social media or responding to every single message that you get. You can dedicate 3 or 4 to have 30 minutes to respond to all your messages and then get to something more important. So yeah, this is just an example of my week. You can structure it however you want. Sundays are for learning and systemization. I usually don't use any social media at all on Sundays, just so that I'm not constantly being bombarded with other ideas and thinking that I want something else and I really don't, and then I get burnt out. So if you're trying to start a side hustle and you only have an hour or 2 per day, this is what I would focus on. So number 1 would be outreach. Number 2 would be using the feedback to refine your offer. Then using your extra time, maybe on the weekends, to learn more about your craft and systemize your stuff. Content in email isn't strictly necessary, but when you have the opportunity, you can write something that stood out to you as content and then send it as an email and then schedule it as content to repurpose. So that can be an extra step, but your main thing is going to be outreach, because you want to find out what people are going to pay you money for whatever skill you have. If you're a fitness coach, you want to see what people are struggling with and how you can get them to lose that extra 10 pounds or that first 10 pounds, or if they're looking to run a marathon, how are you going to train them to get to that point? That's what you're doing in outreach. Your offer is going to be built around that result. And then you're going to systemize maybe your process for doing that. So you might have a Notion doc that shows someone exactly the steps they're going to do from week to week, like a workout program, nutrition program, sleeping habits, all that. And then learning, you're going to be learning about business, more about exercise and training, and things to help your client get to their result. But hopefully that was helpful. I wanted to keep this short, but I think it ran a little longer. Practicing video to help delivery through my offers and my content. So if you found this helpful, leave a like, subscribe to my main channel, where next month I'll be posting more deep dives around these topics, more tighter and concise. And then if you need help with distractions, download the Focus Fix, and that'll help you out. If you have any questions, let me know. See you next time.